Reiki session. If you're open to receiving this healing, just say I accept. How is everybody feeling today? The energy feels pretty relaxed today. Hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome in. Today I'm going to be removing cords, connections that blocks the heart chakra and the psychic influences in your mind. Any blockages will be removed with your consent. Okay. So, let's clean off my scissors real quick. Using rose water to clean off the energy. Using scissors. Any blockages to the heart channel will be disconnected. I'm glad that you're sensitive enough with a major influx of energy. Today I'm in a particular very good mood today. I have been changing my perspective on how I view people. Loving people for the energy that they are, not looking at the outside expression of their being, only focusing on the God aspect within them. And understanding, even with people who have lower vibration, I'm removing the blockages and filters within myself to see them unconditionally. It is not my place to put judgment on anything. Take a side. I do not take a side. I am neutral. I'm here to heal and assist those who are willing to heal themselves. So here's a quick way to understand how this healing works. So I set the vibration, or I set the vibe. You can call it high vibe. You can say it like that. And basically, if you allow yourself to match my vibration, my vibe, how I'm feeling right now, you start to heal your own self, because it helps pull you out. It's almost like an energetic hand that's reaching out, and if you decide to grab it, you start to raise your own vibration, because you can only heal yourself. So I am a mirror reflection. So as I raise my vibration and heal myself, since we are reflections of each other, since there is only one being, as you look at me raising my vibration slowly, little by little, you start to raise your vibration. So out of nowhere, you start to feel a little bit better. Like your mood start to change, your vibrations start to change. It's all in the words. There's no need to feel fear. I'm not invalidating your emotions. It's actually to be able to say, it is best to say how you're feeling. If you feel scared, you have to complete the circuit in your mind. Do not allow it to repeat itself. So if you feel fear or you feel scared, you say, I choose to feel scared because I have a belief system within me telling me that it serves me. And when you say that, you take the power away from it and you go back to neutral. So then that emotion will not overtake you. So whenever you're feeling emotion that you do not like, you say that I choose to feel it. Because when you say I choose, that means you have power over it. Not it has power over you, and it cannot control you. No problem. So I have a few other crystals. I have amethyst. It's still a choice. You can say I choose to feel ashamed because I have a belief system. I have a belief system that's telling me that I need to feel ashamed. And then you can ask yourself, what do I have to believe in myself that is true that I have to be shameful? I want to say, when you're having a panic attack, yeah, it works for that too. Because whenever you say I choose, you bring yourself back into a neutral point. Then you can observe the emotion. Even though I want to say thank you to all the people who showed up on the video, even the people who came and left, because even though they came and left, they still help. I see the positive in it, because now it helps boost my channel for views. So there's a positive in everything. I wouldn't say the crystals have all the answers. From my perspective, the crystals are only an aspect of us. They only amplify. But the crystals, they're like they're like helpful partners. I wouldn't even call them tools, because crystals have consciousness. They hold energy. But I wouldn't base all of my power within the crystal. Okay, so now we'll start removing blockages to the root and the sacral chakra. Right now, I'm just moving the chi from my body, any attachments and cords. I'm flowing the energy through my hands and into Mother Gaia to be transmuted. Just flowing it on my feet. Don't worry, you haven't done anything wrong. High vibes on this channel. This is the Quantum Oasis. Yes, from other people's perspective, it may look, my life probably look chaotic, but I'm starting to realize that circumstances don't matter. State of being matters. Understand that your life is valuable. Whenever you're having feelings of, because I can understand from being at that low point where you think that your life doesn't amount to anything and you think you have ideas of self-destruction, but that is just because there's some belief systems telling you that you're not worthy. But as Bashar says, if you exist, you are worthy, because creation does not make mistakes. And there's no such thing as non-existence. What they're actually seeking is, what happens is people, they know that once they go back into spirit, they reconnect with Source Creator. But in the physical, we forget about the connection that we have. Balance is coming. Balance is here. You must be careful with the words that you say, because they will create the reality instantly. People don't know, but every word that you say, you cast a spell. It is the type of matrix that we live in. Not the type that you think it is. The matrix is created by our mind individually. It's nothing that we're not forced into it. We create it. We choose to be in it. No one has forced us to be in a matrix. The matrix is all in our perception, how we see reality. Because we are creator beings. We have influence. Can you speak? Yes, you can speak words, even though you have to say it from the heart. So like, it's when people say you have to, how can I explain this in a way? So, This goes into like manifestation or speaking things into your existence because it's a test. So like you can say, I'm emotionally balanced, but then immediately your reality will try to put things in your. This is why I say circumstances doesn't matter. The state of being. Because give me one sec. Dear source creator, ask for a translucent shield of light. I ask source creator to illuminate my mind with the light so I may have focus and clarity. I am clear. I'm gonna have to say a couple of affirmations. I am clear. All blockages to the intuitive channel are being cut away. All mental confusion is being cut away. All blockages to the third eye is now being cleared away. Let me go back to that question that was up there. Can a negative experience leave negative energy in our body? How can we release them? Yeah, because the cells in our bodies still have the remembrance. This is when they call it akashic remembrance, or some people call it generational curse, but it's really just your cells remembering trauma. So to release them is to accept them first. Because anything you try to push away, um, it gets pulled in. Because if you're feeling a negative emotion and you feel negative energy in your body, first you accept it. Okay, I have this emotion. This emotion is within me. It's in mine, and then you acknowledge it. You say, okay, thank you to this lower vibration energy for showing me what I do not prefer. And now I ask the cells in my body to release this energy. And what you see when energy is getting released, like negative or low vibrational energy start to get released, it first release in the energetic, and then it happens on the physical. So on the physical, out of nowhere, you just get a rash. You get a rash, or you get a pimple, or you get something, and that's like the physical form of the energy leaving. Ricky, like, what is it doing now? Oh. Reiki is also a really good way to release energy. Everybody does it. Everybody does a form of Reiki, but it's unconscious. See, most people, what they do when they use their type of Reiki is they transfer their energy. So a lot of people, they don't understand how to transmute energy or transmute emotions. So what they do, you see people, they walk past another person, and they feel like anxiety in their solar plexus, or they feel a negative emotion somewhere in their body. They'll grab it unconsciously and literally throw it to the next person like this, or they take it and they throw it, and then it goes like it literally makes an energetic cord and it attaches to the other person. And the other person don't understand how to analyze and transmute emotions, and they buy into the negative emotion thinking that emotion is theirs. The other person start to feed their negative emotion to the next person. So that's where the energetic cords come from. So like basically, because I see it happen all the time. Um, there's two people, they're talking, and another person has low self-esteem, so they don't have enough solar plexus energy. Like they're really low on the yellow ray or the orange ray in their solar plexus. So what they would do is all their negative emotions they had, they'll throw it to someone, and then they'll see another person, and they'll literally like snatch a piece of the other person's energy and place it in their solar plexus, and then they get a false sense of inflatedness or like confidence, and then they try to that's what called that's the mask. The mask is not just on the face. The mask is on the chakras. They're taking energy from other people's chakra system and placing it on their chakra system like a patch. And so a lot of times they have to do it covertly. So sometimes they will use their feet. So a lot of times people will they'll go up and they'll project their emotions. So they'll go up to you and they'll sit next to you and they'll take their leg and do this. And what happened is energy is constantly flowing up and down through your leg. So how when you're balanced, you're supposed to pull energy from the ground. Like all your energy supply is supposed to be supplied from Mother Earth. It's supposed to be constantly flowing through your legs, through the top of your body, and back out. Well, sometimes they get blocked and they don't know how to balance their energy. So what they do is they put their leg and they start projecting. So you said how to protect yourself from these type of people. Well, it's identifying and recognizing your belief systems and identifying like how emotions are not yours, like those emotions. So, for example, I have two different examples. When I was on a train ride to Arkansas, I had a whole um, like 16-hour, 18-hour train ride where everybody in the train was projecting as hard as they can onto me. But it was like imagine like all this pressures building on me. But then I start to learn. I learned their tactics or like how I was being mentally, psychically controlled. Like if you ever wonder like what psychopaths are or sociopaths, they're people who have psychic abilities, but they use it on a negative polarity. So there's empaths, and then there's telepaths, and then there's telekinesis, and then on the other aspect of on the other side of the spectrum, there's psychopaths. There is what you say, sociopath, and then you have people there who are empaths, but they became imbalanced, so they become schizophrenic. So they're constantly going. They're like a schizophrenic person is a person who has like they have telekinesis, they have clairvoyance, they have all these other abilities, right? Their third eye, all their third eye is open because they're super. They're like super advanced souls, but they're ungrounded. So imagine like you see like how Superman. Know how when Superman was able to hear everything, sense everything, see through everything, but he was unable to control it. That's what schizophrenic people are like. So I need to get back to how to control it. Okay, give me a second. I gotta read this real. Okay, take it. Well, meditation is not just meditation is not just sitting with your eyes closed in lotus position. That is not the only type of meditation. Most people think when you say meditation is really good, it is really good, but when you first start doing meditation, you won't notice anything, you won't feel anything. But as you go into deeper meditations, there's other type of meditation. So like, okay, I'm about to say warning. I use a crystal skull for meditation, and when I'm going to meditation, I close my eyes and connect to the skull, and then my connecting the skull, my awareness expand. So to someone who does not feel energy, or the heart chakra is not completely open, to them it looked like I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed. But from my perspective, I'm sitting there, and when someone walks by, I'm feeling each one of their I feel each one of their chakras, and I can feel which one is more ignited and which one is not. Like you can see which chakra is asleep or which chakra is like damaged. And you close your eyes and you can feel the people's auras. It's like a 360 view when you close your eyes. So it doesn't matter where anyone's standing, you can feel them moving around. And meditation, I say it's still important, even though I'm still going to say it's important because it, it allows you to see your own chakras. It allows you to feel which chakras is in balance. Because you're supposed to be able to feel with all of your chakras. Like it usually starts with the third eye. You feel energy with the third eye, and it then goes down. I know I'm going like all into it because I'm rushing because I definitely have at 8 o'clock I gotta do some food, but I am rushing. Your forehead tells me you're a psychic. I did not understand it, but okay. Why you can't? I'm meditating by only breathing since 6. Yeah, so easy to chill. You are overjoyed. So it's not. I did not understand your perspective. Well, I respect your perspective, but I see things differently. So meditation is very powerful for me. Every truth is valid. Even right now, I can feel the emotion. I can feel it. I can feel your emotion. Like you never want to go into the belief system that you already know all that is there, because you will place a block on yourself and you won't be able to persist on your journey. If you immediately say, I have done this for this many years and I know everything that's about this subject, then you block yourself from seeing anything else. But the second you decide, okay, I know everything to this point, but I'm ready to know more. Let's pass this point. Then more stuff, because there's an infinite amount. The road never ends. There is an infinite amount. We live in an infinite universe. So there's infinite perspectives of meditation. Meditation is a state of being. You can be walking in a store, and meditation is a state of being. It's not like something that you're doing, sitting in lotus position. Meditation, you can be walking in a store and just observing people's emotions, their actions. That's a form of visual meditation. Breathing meditation, sensing energy through your hands type of meditation. Meditation, how I see it, it's a way of focusing on a particular energetic form, or focusing on a particular energetics. You want to become a walking meditation, not just a stationary meditation. Either way, I still love everybody who's on this stream unconditionally. I love your guys' points of view because I love to have my own perspective challenged it allows me to and and reinforce how my belief systems are. Because if it was just only me and I had no one else to reflect on, I will not grow in any shape or form. So thank you, Roy. I have no idea what that means, but I would say I have no friends and I have no enemies. I do not live in a vibration where I need to fight anybody. And no, I'm not in no gangs. I had my awakening when I almost entered, but I chose a different path. It was definitely trying to get me to join, and I had awakening at that very moment. That crossroad moment. It was either this or this other path, and I chose this path because I seen where my life was going to go. That whole timeline flashed before my eyes what was going to happen to me if I would have joined that timeline. So I chose this timeline. And that happened exactly in like last year on the 1st of January is when I made my decision to walk this path. And I knew it was going to be a lonely path, or perceived to be a lonely path, but it's worth it. Peace and love to you. Filling the session with the violet flame to transmute all lower vibrational emotions. The best thing you can do for Palestine is send love, unconditional love, to everyone who needs the love, even to the enemies, even to the people who are attacking and the people who are not attacking. Love is unconditional. It does not matter what they have done. There's not a single soul on this earth who have not committed any act against another human. It may not be in this physical form in this time, but our soul, all of our souls, has committed heinous acts against each other. It does not matter. Unconditional love is unconditional love. Jesus did not come to the earth to say, "Oh, love your thy neighbor. Oh, not this one because he did this, so we're going to hate this one." That is not unconditional love. Love is unconditional. It does not matter what the person did. It doesn't mean you have to accept what they did, but it means do not have resentment and hatred in your heart. Understand, yes, this person made a mistake, and the only thing that can help them is having unconditional love within your heart. Any other emotions, you're condemning that soul and you're placing judgment. And we do not judge. The more you open your heart and understand that this is all temporary, And I know it's really hard for people to understand at first because they look at it through the physical. They see, they say, they look at this person and they see, look at all this bad this person does. But they go into separation. The best way to defeat the enemy is not to respond to his actions, but emanate only unconditional love. And unconditional love does not mean um, just laying down and letting them do it. It does not mean just laying down and letting them steamroll you. Because even the angelics, they call it when they have to. People think that the angelic realm, they don't kill, but what they call it, since they know that you do not die, they call it removing the clothing. So they remove your physical vessel and take you in spirit. Because just because our physical body dies, since we exist and there's no such thing as non-existence, because everything that's in non-existence already does not exist. Yes, because then they only have a reflection of their self. And basically, how karma is the balancing system. So if someone do something bad to you, but if you do something bad to them, that means you accepted what they done to you. So then the other person won't get karma, or it'll be prolonged until you decide to, like, someone throws something at you, but then you say, I forgive you and I don't accept the energy that you gave to me. Then all the energy they threw at you will come back to them because you become a mirror. So first you be a sponge. Someone throws something, you absorb it, you think it's yours. But if you become a mirror, forgiving, unconditional, loving, they throw some hatred at you, it bounces off and it goes straight to them. And then they learn the lessons. Karma, she's for balance. She's a scale. What you emanate to others, what you think about others, is what comes back to you. So you're thinking negative thoughts towards somebody, the negative thoughts come back to you. I know this has been a really short session. I really would go 2 hours, but I really have something to do today. I'm probably going to be on again later on tonight if I can get the lighting right. Because as you know, some of my subscribers who have been here the longest, they know that I live in the woods, so I don't really have any electricity. I just live in a tent. But if I can get some candles lit, I can do some Reiki tonight. So I'm probably just gonna go for about 10 more minutes. I can do that. Thank you. I'm thinking about how what Archangel Michael said. He said, the ones who need the most love and the most unconditional love is is the ones who's causing the most heinous acts, the most destruction and stuff. They need a whole bunch of unconditional love because their soul they're in so much fear that they're attacking their surroundings because they feel disconnected. I'm not going to talk about politics or anything like that. That is not where I stand. I am neutral. And this time, it's best to use your discernment. Seek truth. Ask for the answers. Ask your spiritual masters. Ask Archangel Michael to show you the truth. A good way to ask for the truth, you say, Archangel Michael, I ask for your sword of light to cut through any deception so I may see the truth of the situation that I am in. Look at the actions and what they're for. And remember to always smile through any situation. Because the only way your reality change if you smile first. You smile first and your reflection smiles with you. And no matter what perceived to be negative that shows up in your life, as long as you smile first, then everything else will smile back. And it's not going to be instant, but it's meant to always smile because you build your positive karma. Someone could be cussing you out, calling you out of your name. It doesn't matter. As long as you smile with unconditional love and send the love to their heart so they can understand their actions. Remember that if you're in an unconditional loving state, you will only attract things that are unconditional loving. But if you have doubt and fear in your heart that something will attack you, then you attract something that will attack you. That's why when people are in a gain mentality, they enter the vibration. So someone grab a gun, they just enter the vibration, the egregore of everybody who's fearful who have a gun. Not saying that everybody who has a gun is fearful, but it's their perspective and the meaning they place on it. So the gun has no inherent meaning unto the person who has the gun give it meaning. So the other person who has the gun and they give the gun meaning as, oh, this is for sports, this is for having fun. Then they go into a reality where that's only having fun. There's always a possibility that something negative happened, but primarily this used for sports. But if someone get a gun and they say, oh, I need this gun to protect me, or because everybody's out there to get me. Well, the universe is like, okay, well, you said someone's out to get you, so I guess I have to bring other people who have the same mentality as you, who's out to get you, or you out to get them. So you just bond yourself into that group of all that type of people. They all track what they emanate. They track what they're the vibration of. It's clearing out the root chakra, pulling away cords to the root. and the sacral chakra. Now I ask assistance of Archangel Michael to surround us in the blue cloak of light. I ask Master Saint Germain for your violet flame to surround this threefold flame around our auric field, to spin up through the base of our spine to the crown of our sacred mind and flow out through our crown. I ask the crystal white beings to surround our auras from any and all external influences so that we may go through our day filled of light. Thank you for joining me today on this Reiki session. Namaste.